All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said he kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. We're gonna move. A lot of my links is right there in the video description. It's also in the chat room. Feel free to you know, build with the general by promoting and engage in the platforms, you see, so we can continue to do this work out here. You see, we can need to continue to do this work. So family, continue to support. That's right. Today we dealing with a very tragic report coming out of Detroit. One that, once again, the depths, and I don't even want to, say our people, because these are some demonic entities out here. You understand what I'm saying? These are some demonic entities out here. And so, far beyond any reasoning, you see, you cannot reason with people like this. You see, and in all my studies, I knew it was two things that two major things that needed to be addressed. Not the only two things, but two things that needed to be addressed. And one of them was the making of a nigger. You see, the making of a nigger, and I'm in the NIGGER, that this society is a nigger making machine. You see, and if you want to shut these niggas down, you're gonna have to shut down the nigger making machine. You see, we got caught up in all that philosophical shit. Don't say nigga. Don't, don't do this, don't do that. See, didn't want to deal with the real issue. You can stop using the term nigga all you want. That's just, nigga is a mentality. It's not a word. You can stop using the word. The mentality is still here. So you walking around unable to define what it is and what you dealing with, because a lot of niggas, because they bigger nigga, as a lot of them that's out here on these streets, don't want to deal with the real issue. You see, because it's going to cause you to come to some revolutionary positions that you're not ready to come to. You're not ready to come to them. And so because you don't need nobody permission to free your people from tyranny. You see, you don't need nobody's permission to free your people from tyranny. You see, from all walks of life, from all, all areas, social, racial areas. You see, tyrannical, you see, social living that's going on out here. People not, all I see is reactionary shit. You see, that's all I see is reactionary shit. Something tragic happens. People come out, march. They speak about how they fed up. Yeah, they're going to do that. And people, hurt. Yeah, they hurt. But then we go back into the same uh uh the same, non, revolutionary liberational activities the very next day. And so we just waiting on the next we waiting on the next situation to happen, and it will happen. It will happen because we the thing that we, the tyranny that we under is so monumental. It's so monumental. I had to lead into this. It's so monumental that, a march, a speech, none of that gonna change shit. And boots on the ground ain't just walking around, walking around corners and shit and all that. It's greater than that. That's great. It's far greater than that. We talking about a change on a monumental scale that should have been made long time ago. Should have been made long time ago, and not taking care of our responsibility as men. You see, as men, taking care of these situations, as black men. Let me be more specific. As black men, taking care of these situations, which is requires a physicality. You see, it requires a physicality on a level to deal with these demons that's out here. And not just having to deal, shutting down the nigga making machine. We got to shut it down. We got to look at all aspects that are breeding these demons into society. Shut it down. You see? Got to shut it down. Niggas don't want to shut it down. You see? I'm going to tell you why a lot of this shit is going on, because of the deplorability. People's is deplorable out here as far as morale. They're deplorable. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers got, people would talk about, and I say this all the time. I say this all the time. And wait a minute. Before I even say that, you see, before I even say that, because we dealing with the death of a 2-year-old. You see, we dealing with the death of a 2-year-old. The type of soulless nigga that could do something like that. You see, soulless nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Soulless. Demonic entity. You see, for real. Out here on this level. Who bred that nigga into existence? Well, you got them type of motherfuckers walking around out here. The fact that black men been running from taking control of their society for so long is the reason why this shit is the way that it is. You see that's really what it is. And and that's what I meant, when black people talk, you got this shit where you talk about no snitching. You see, what the fuck do that mean? You giving some demonic niggas diplomatic immunity, because it really ain't about no goddamn snitching. You see, when I'm not advocating nobody, But let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Because y'all want to make it about, you got to come from the higher standard. You see, you got to come from the higher standard. If you pillage in the goddamn community, you understand what I'm saying? They need to hang your ass. Nobody give a fuck about your feelings. The fuck we give a fuck about what a nigga you out here pillaging the goddamn community. And peoples is out here worried about how motherfucker, it shouldn't even be about telling. If you out here pillaging the goddamn community, the community should be in a unified state of mind. But see, that's what you niggas do. You honor demonic activity. You honor demonic activity and give a motherfucker a pass on it. You see? And give a motherfucker a pass on it. If y'all was as, you see, in unified mind about pillaging and punishing niggas, pillaging the community, you see, you wouldn't have all this shit going on. You see? You wouldn't have all this shit going on like it is. And so when you got the demonic niggas and then you got the neutralized niggas. They don't do shit about, they see, but they don't do nothing. You neutralize. See? You neutralized. You neutralize. You don't do shit. You just as worse. You see? You worse as they is. Because that's the reason why they out here. Because of the neutralized niggas that don't make the effort to do all that they can to get this scum shit up off the streets. When we turn back from nationalism, that our teachers put us on early in Marcus Garvey's and the Malcolm X and the Khalid Abdul Muhammad's, you see, in the John Henry Clark. When we turn back, that was the best answer. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. That was the best goddamn answer that they had for our people. You see, and our peoples are still trying to figure out what didn't already been figured out. See, but it takes courage. See, it takes courage to bring that into fruition, to bring it to reality. It takes courage that many niggas ain't got. They ain't got that. They ain't got that. You see? And so in the wake of not being a real brotherhood, manhood. This is what we talking about, manhood. Ain't no goddamn way we got to look at what it is. Where do you stand in this? You a man, you're a black man, nigga. Yeah. Where you stand in this? You ready to ride? For what? What you ready to ride for? Nigga on some work? You nigga ain't show up with your work. You ready to ride? You see? Nigga owe you a couple dollars. Nigga ain't show up when he say he gonna show up. What you gonna do, nigga? What you gonna do? You gonna ride? See? You ride, and so the element of what niggas need to do is that they just do it for a lesser cause or no cause at all. You see? A negative cause. They don't do it for the right cause. You see? If they rolled on these niggas for pillaging the community, then they niggas, they know that these niggas know they can pillage the goddamn community and go hide in the community, and niggas on some no tail power. It ain't about telling that nigga supposed to come. The community, that you are the goddamn, the jury, the justice. You are that. You that. See, you don't have no power today. You've given all your power. You allow these people to take all your power from you. You see, where and they not gonna render no justice. See, the justice is coming when you establish elements in the society that gonna truly take these activities away from us forever. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. And if it's not put in place tomorrow, I mean, you can huff, you can puff, you can huff, you can puff, but it ain't gonna change nothing. It ain't gonna change nothing. It's gonna be another situation and another situation and another situation. Again and again and again and again and again and again and again. When we turn back from revolution, making the revolutionary changes in our community, and it starts with black manhood. That's exactly where it started. It don't start nowhere else. It started with black manhood. Anytime you can see a nigga do this to a 2-year-old baby, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? It ain't even about it, it got to be some, some movement prior to this shit happening. You see, where a whole community collapsed down on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Where the pressure is so strong for motherfuckers to get up out the community, it's nowhere for them to run. See, it's places for them to run. You see, a lot of these neutralized niggas is also part of that. They neutralize. They give pockets for these niggas to hide. They give pockets. They give these niggas because these niggas can run into that very community that they pillaged and find refuge. You see? And so niggas get in their mind that I could do this and I can flee. I can go and, and shoot somewhere, after pillaging the community because there's some neutralized niggas. And at that point, you're no longer neutralized. See, at this point, for me, it's greater than just these sick demonic niggas. It's the neutralized niggas. The reactionary niggas, you see, that just show up, after the fact. You see, after the fact. I mean, when a call go, we ain't got no Amber Alert. You understand what I'm saying? They not coming out for our people. It's supposed to be some type of, when the message goes out in the black, this baby is missing, it should be niggas. Erratic. He running, in a brotherhood, like combing these whole goddamn areas. You see? But trained. You got to be trained. You can't just be, but erratic, letting, where the brotherhood, it's just like a beehive. When you hit that goddamn beehive and them bees, they, you know what I'm saying? They come out. You see what I'm saying? And they swarm. You understand? That's what should be going on to where, you know what I'm saying? Where you can, you can suffocate a motherfucker. Not happening. You see? Not happening. That's what got to happen. You see, where every brother is a link, you got a duty to step your ass up, nigga. See, all you niggas want to do, if it ain't got nothing, we got to deal with these weak-hearted niggas. You see, because the reality of why these niggas act that way, again, and I've always told y'all, that the white man got these niggas nuts hanging over his fireplace. You see, and he daring you motherfuckers to come in there and get them. But you ain't got no heart to go get them. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reality. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You see, we're live, and I say this, because it's true. We've been living in whether it's this generation that, each generation has added to this. You see, each generation has added to this, and we are the inheritors of this legacy today. Been living in shame since we've been over here. You see, the reality of what is a people in shame. You see, a people in shame, not dealing with the real issues of, why we in this predicament, thinking that we, somehow, we gonna divert the real issue. You see, we gonna divert we've been living in shame over here since we've been here, because we have never really brought justice to our people in the way that it needed to be brought. You see, because the white man, and I say it just like this, just so, got the black man nuts hanging over his fireplace, and you can personally, as a brotherhood, nigga, you can be doing your own thing. As a brotherhood, the black man nuts is hanging over the white man's fireplace, and he daring you to come get him. You see, that's the reality of that. Anytime a man got a resume of doing your people that the way that they done them, you see, all these years, ain't no way we can work it out. We just got to be real with it, and that's what he understands. It ain't what you understand. You see, he got a whole different thinking mentality. Why you think he got all them guns? He not no fool. He don't give a fuck how much you tap dance or how much you say, master, we cool and this, that. He'll never trust you. Not based on he know what he would do to a motherfucker that would do him like he did you. So it ain't got, see, that's where I keep, so it ain't no, you can tap like a motherfucker. It don't mean shit. He know, based on his own understanding, how he would do a motherfucker, how, like himself, how he did you. You understand what I'm saying? How would I do a motherfucker that did me like I did this nigga? Okay, get the strap. Get the strap. Keep the strap. You understand what I'm saying? We can't trust him. Never. Not based on you. So it don't make no difference what you say, how you say it. You see what I'm saying? He already, and that's the way it's gonna stay. It ain't gonna never change. And so in the wake of that, you see, in the wake of that, never really evolving into a real black man. You in the shadow of a motherfucker, he done defeated you. And so you can never aspire really to be a real black man. You can't. How you gonna do that? You see what I'm saying? So we've always been a shadow of who we really are. Let's talk about it. You see, and being punked. You see what I'm saying? Living over here, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I done seen the shit in school where niggas get punked. You know what I'm saying? And they never really, I done seen niggas get punked. And they really never rise up. You know what I'm saying? To defend themselves ever. You see the nigga put his head down, keep walking. Yeah. They put their fucking head down, keep walking. When you look at the nigga like, what you looking at? Nigga put his head down, keep walking. Yeah, never aspire really to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas will fight, and at least they try to fight. You understand? Most niggas, when they get punked, they don't never, motherfuckers switch schools before they try to stand up. They'll switch school. Mama, transfer me. You see, transfer me. So in the wake of not aspiring to be real men, you see, nigga won't fight for nothing. Nothing. You see, won't fight for nothing. And we supposed to defend the nation. We supposed to protect the nation. Anytime you see a 2-year-old is murdered, every black man in the fucking United States of America need to put their fucking head down in shame. Reality. You know what I'm saying? You done went so low. Yeah. Yeah, well, I see right there the brother say it's hard to aspire to be more when you've been beat down, but goddamn, how long you gonna get beat down? Yeah, they didn't done that. That's all right. I'm gonna put that up, not to, I want to say it's hard to aspire, but you know what? After a while, again, you allow a motherfucker to beat you down. Okay? Yeah, in reality wise, if you by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker can, yeah. A motherfucker can, But at some point in time, you got to stand up for yourself. That ain't no motherfucking excuse. You see what I'm saying? Motherfucker you got hands. Yeah, 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 yeah. You got hands just like that nigga. Or whoever. You got hands. You know what I'm saying? So at some point in time, you know what I'm saying? It's on and popping. You see what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck you gonna do, bitch, you gonna have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going down. You see what I'm saying? It's going down. I done been pressured, and then it got to the point, you know what I'm saying? Coming up in Detroit, man, I was the oldest. I didn't have no big brothers. You know what I'm saying? So when I was coming up, I'm talking about back, nigga, in the 80s. You see what I'm saying? We talking about when Detroit was still over 1 million people and still predominantly black. You know what I'm saying? It was niggas everywhere. You see what I'm saying? And it was immense. Nigga, the pressure, and all the crazy shit that was going on in Detroit. That shit was immense. It was everywhere. It was thick. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, yeah, it was wild. And being that I ain't had no big brothers, or nothing like that, that I could call on, man, a lot of times, nigga, it's fight, run, whatever the fuck you gonna do, nigga. All that being a superhero, nigga, they dropping niggas in the grave every day, nigga. You can do whatever move you want to make. You know what I'm saying? So, I made it. I did all the shit that I needed to do. When I could fight, I fought. You see what I'm saying? I fought a lot. You see what I'm saying? I remember shit back in goddamn elementary. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Shit, we was already scrapping. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, nigga, we out on the playground, nigga. Is everybody in the school out there? Elementary, nigga, we already scrapping, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying? We out there scrapping. You know what I'm saying? So I and I remember, coming out them damn schools, nigga, heart, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Even as I got older, I realized I don't give a fuck how I felt, being nervous when the blows started getting thrown. Man, nigga, after a few seconds, nigga forgot about all that. Nigga went to trying to, you know what I'm saying? Them little feelings that a motherfucker had, and a motherfucker trying to take your head off and shit. You know what I'm saying? You lose all that. If you're a real motherfucking G, nigga, it's 101. You know what I'm saying? You know, you build fortitude in situations like that. You don't want to just, be out here, throwing down with no niggas, but you build fortitude. You got courage. You're not going to whimper and shit if you have to get into it with a nigga. So I learned that back in the day, you know what I'm saying, having some form of fortitude. You know what I'm saying? And being courageous and shit. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to get down, these niggas ain't got no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't nobody. You wasn't even worried about no nigga, pulling no strap. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be long, but back then you still could scrap with a nigga. You see what I'm saying? And that's what, win it, lose it, however. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I was scrapping all the way through motherfucking school. All the way. You understand what I'm saying? I was having scraps 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, shit, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. Now, I didn't stop scrapping until damn near and I might have been, cracking some niggas' heads in the 11th grade. I ain't saying I was, doing, but that's how we was rolling. We was scrapping. You see what I'm saying? And so, and I'm not saying I'm no motherfucking Mike Tyson, but, I know when it's time to get on a nigga head. You know what I'm saying? Period. I know when it's time to get on a nigga's head. Period. And when it came time to do that, I was the victor. You know what I'm saying? I was the victor. Period. And the testimony and the resume is there. I'm not no Mike Tyson, but I tell you what, fuck with me, and I ain't fuck with you, and see what happened to your ass. You see what I'm saying? And so, that's a rites of passage. That's a rites of passage that these niggas ain't, today, it's all about, kill a nigga or this, that, and the third. And you know what I'm saying? And so, and having respect, and having respect. We'll get in the scrap and see the motherfucker the next day and let the shit be. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you want to try this shit again, we could try this shit again. You know what I'm saying? It's not a problem. But niggas could get in them fucking scrap and then it came a time you whoop a nigga ass and then you understand they ready to sneak around the corner and shoot your ass. You see catch you coming out the store or any goddamn thing. And so there, and so, nah, niggas came, the avenue for niggas to man up and just handle it with some hands, that shit is over. Cause I do believe sometimes niggas just have to handle shit. You know what I'm saying? But today, because we didn't have no nationalistic elements of where our people was going that was truly, in a direction that was gonna relieve us from this tyranny that we living under. We still living under the same tyranny. Niggas ain't done shit about that. Because really they think they're going to go through the same man that's fucking them over to get up out of this shit. That's the reality of it. You see everything that, that's going, and listen, this is not a knock on nobody. It's not. You see, it's not. I believe our people deserve reparation. Do I think we would get it? I don't believe it. And why don't I believe it? Because I look at it from a standpoint of power. I'm not going to give no if I didn't beat your ass, I'm not going to give you nothing, nigga. It's over with. Anytime we come into a confrontation, real niggas. See, I believe that niggas know what this shit is. Because they do it. They engage their own people just like that every day. Most beefs, if you get in a beef in most cities, I say major cities, I don't know how niggas operate. It's damn near a lifetime beef. Okay? Especially if it's on a very serious level. You know, it's a lifetime beef. Now, we might not get into it, but if I see you, nigga, I'm still gonna be looking at you like, watching your ass. It's no different. You know what I'm saying? It's a lifetime beef. That's the reality of it. If it's severe enough, it's a lifetime beef. Why niggas don't look at the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal the same way? Huh? Get into it in the black community on an escalated level. And y'all ain't got no forgiveness in y'all heart. When y'all forgive a nigga and you didn't beef with a nigga, niggas is not forgiving niggas in the hood. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, it should be some form of a brotherhood that, where we ain't even beefing on that level, but, that could come in and kind of guide brothers through some shit like that to where it don't have to be a lifetime beef. You see what I'm saying? Nigga, scrap it out, get one good scrap, nigga, and then, look, we bringing this shit to an end. We need y'all niggas on the front line. You can't be beefing, nigga. Give it your best shot. We're going to give y'all niggas 4 minutes to knuckle and bust each other head. And you understand what I'm saying? Get your hardest punch in, nigga. Don't punk out. Nigga, get all your frustration. And after you done swole each other up, we going to get your ass up, nigga, shake hands, and get your ass back on the front line, because you ain't going to be wasting all your fucking energy in the community fucking beefing over this bullshit, weakening our brotherhood. Now, that's how niggas should be. And when niggas is in a brotherhood and you look at niggas like, you bitch ass niggas, you gonna weaken the brotherhood with this bullshit? You see, you gonna weaken the brotherhood and make the African brotherhood, the black brotherhood got to be like how these motherfuckers group together in these fraternities, and these guys greater than that. You know what I'm saying? Freemasonry and shit and all of that. You got to have that, in, that oath and that commitment and that loyalty to the brotherhood, just no different than these motherfuckers out here with these fuck the fraternity, that more, bullshit. But like the Freemasonries and shit and all that, where they take oaths and shit. You see what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. And pressure these niggas, you see, to come in. There's been no effort to do that on no escalated level. You see, you got to have a brotherhood to train brothers. If there's no brotherhood, what you seeing out here is what you gonna see. You see, that's exactly what's happening. It got to be a brotherhood. Not just in which means is all them neutralized niggas out here. They say all the right things. They say they ain't with this shit. But what effort is they bringing together, because, even when you try to do that, niggas want to be known. Niggas want to be known. Niggas want to be at the top. You see, even in that, niggas want to be in the top. I done seen it. Niggas want to be seen. Niggas want to be known. They don't really want to, you know what I'm saying? They don't want the brotherhood. They want to be on top. You see? At the demise of the brotherhood. At the demise of the brotherhood. Nigga, it got to be, some equality amongst, where motherfuckers let motherfuckers know. Now, yeah, it is some leaders now. It is some leaders. But that leader ain't above the brotherhood. But if he's a leader and he can bring the unity amongst and he got a special energy to do that, then we should let him do it. You see what I'm saying? Everybody, everybody can't do that. I understand that too. But a lot of niggas want to be on top and they ain't even built for the top. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas want to be on top and they ain't even built for the motherfucking top. You see? That's the reality of it. They ain't built for the top. They just want to be known. You see? And that's that fake shit. That's that fake shit that's in these niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's that fake shit. And so, you know, we see again, this is really sad, you know, that a nigga as soulless as that could do something like that to a baby. You know what I'm saying? That's you know, niggas should be upset about that. You see, niggas should be upset about that. Talking about, you know, and I say this shit over and over. Listen to what we say. I want y'all niggas out there. Now, I ain't telling a motherfucker to go telling on motherfuckers, because I believe that the punishment should come from within the community. You know, I do believe that. And I ain't teaching motherfuckers to be no vigilantes. And, you know, I say that, you know, but, you know, the community should be so, you know, when it comes to, you know, on issues like this, should be so unified to bring pressure on a motherfucker, you know, that to find that nigga would have been like a snap of the fingers. To find these niggas, if you were committing murder, you see, you committing murder, you assaulting, you know. I ain't talking about no niggas knuckling up, you know, and then two men and you knuckling up. You see what I'm saying? You out here, you know, murdering, assaulting, you see, breaking in motherfuckers' cribs and shit. With many times with people in there. I mean, you just on some stupid shit. I believe you should have nowhere to run. It should not be no rule for them motherfuckers. I don't. And the fact that, you know, we all this, you know, and motherfuckers is group and I ain't, you know, I'm not doing this and I'm not telling on this. And then you see shit. See, them niggas breed. They breed. They think and believe they could do any fucking thing they want to the community without retribution. That's really what it boils down to. You didn't break a lot of niggas, whether they do it or not. You condone that shit by saying I'm not gonna tell on a motherfucker. It ain't even about telling, because you got to know the community should be the judge, jury. You see? Yeah, you ain't got to go tell nobody. You done fucked up. These is the rules of the community. And when you step outside and you see that right there, you understand what I'm saying? Should be in place. Not about, oh, I ain't gonna tell. No, the rules of the community is if you commit murder, you assaulting people, you jump on women, you jump on children. There should be no rule for a motherfucker to, you know what I'm saying, find refuge. It should not be a door a motherfucker could go in and hide, you see, committing those kind of crimes against the community. So fuck the don't, because the community should deal with that. You see? And if a motherfucker open up a door for a motherfucker like that, you worse than that nigga. And should be done exactly the same. Because you got to stop these niggas from giving refuge to these monsters. You see, these niggas is monsters. You see, ain't nothing that don't even need to be on earth. Because, you know, when a motherfucker can, you know, is so soulless and so, you know, that they could take and do babies like that, man, you got some wicked on the planet. Wicked. Oh my God, the level of wickedness is man. You know, this shit is beyond any fucking. You watch horror movies. That shit that you see, that's these niggas out here. We living in a fucking horror movie. All these demons and goddamn monsters out here. You see? And so at the end of the day, you know, I could get into, you know, the dynamics of the story. It's heart-wrenching. You know, it's heart-wrenching to even go. I was going, and I'm not gonna read. You know, you can go look, you know, the young baby up, Wynter Cole Smith, you know, and this nigga with his demonic energy, you know, a monster. You know, don't he? And the nigga was, you know, they put the nigga been doing crazy shit. You know, been doing crazy shit. You know, I don't agree with the reality, but you know, of our people being here, a lot of our people have been enslaved and so on and so forth. And yes, we've been illegally imprisoned and so on and so forth. So yeah, but there's a certain element that been bred into society that we can't, you know, get this shit out of here. Whoever, by any means necessary. How is these niggas still existing in the community? How is they out? You see, you know what I wonder, you know, how do niggas sit on death row so long? And I don't advocate that, you know, if a man has been, it got to be a well investigated. And if nigga, you didn't kill some goddamn body and you know damn well you's a fucking murderer, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't even care what the white man do with your ass. He could fry your ass, nigga, and you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't, nigga, I'll goddamn throw a goddamn going away party for your ass. You see what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck about and you taking life and you murdering and shit? And so that's the thing is that, yes, and see, that's what we do. That's just like when, you know, when the white boy do something to us. You know what I'm saying? We like, look what he did. I mean, in marching and shit, niggas killing each other every day. Every day. And niggas don't, because they've detached themselves from being responsible for their own community. That's the reality. You see, give a motherfucker a way out. Give him some place for refuge. Motherfuckers will open up their door. If you killing, you can't. No, you should not find no refuge. You see what I'm saying? You should not find refuge in our community. And that's what we got to come to understand. You cannot find refuge in our community. You should not find a door you can come in. All this shit niggas is talking about, nigga, that shit weak. You niggas is just as demonic as these niggas is. To give a nigga a way out. You give a nigga no way out of that. Ain't gonna be no killing. You're not gonna be, you know, ambushing niggas and shit, you know, killing niggas, ambushing, robbing and shit. No. You can't get no nigga. And so you know motherfuckers is robbing motherfuckers. And I'm talking about their own. I'm talking about their own. I'm talking about your own, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about your own. You know, I'm talking about your own. You know, you doing all this shit to your own people. It shouldn't be nowhere for these niggas to find refuge. Now, if you in a predicament, nigga, and that's why it's time for the brotherhood to come together so we could support one another in changing this shit right now. You see, changing this shit right now. Because power, in order to exert power, you got to have force. You ain't got no power if you ain't got no force. You see, they got force. They got masses. They got a will. They got a demand. You see, power is force, will, demand. You see, power is when you can make a motherfucker do something that they don't want to do and smile while they fucking doing it. That's power. Get to it, bitch. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on it. I'm on it right now, sir. Because they know. They know what that could to happen to them. That's power. You don't go and ask nobody for no power. You ain't nobody gonna give you no goddamn power. That's misuse of power. You understand? Negligent misuse of power to give somebody some power. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. And once you understand that, you will understand the predicament you in, and you will understand it's negligent misuse of power to give somebody some power. Just give it away. You didn't deserve it in the first motherfucking place. If most time the length a motherfucker got to go to through to get power, they'll never give it away. You see what I'm saying? Power is to be handed down as an inheritance to your children. You see, so that they can, in which they've been doing. You see, so ain't nobody gonna give you no goddamn power. I don't know what kind of world you niggas is living in. You see, and so you got to have a force, and the only force that we got to really change any fucking thing is black manhood, brotherhood. You see, a brotherhood established on black manhood, real black manhood. You see, not a nigga that's ready to live in the gut of his oppressor, that in the wake and in the shadow of all his ancestors that died in misery, and you ready to walk hand in hand with this motherfucker, but you ain't ready to bring no justice. See, that's the shame that created a lot of these niggas. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you the shame of that, because you ain't got real. You can go get the suit, you can get the degree, nigga. He still got your nut. That don't give you your nuts back. No, that don't give you your nuts back. You understand what I'm saying? That's you saying, you know what? Let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. You see, regardless, manhood, the foundation of manhood is masculinity. It's masculinity. And in masculinity, in a house, it's 4 or 5 dogs in a yard. It's still gonna be one of them motherfuckers that's gonna, be the alpha male. He gonna get the whooping, motherfucker. It's gonna be scraps. You understand what I'm saying? Until one come out on top. That's just how it is. You see what I'm saying? So though motherfuckers say, oh, it's all about, equality, that's bullshit. When it comes down to manhood and masculinity, it's always going to be, we going to show your ass. We'll do it in every other aspect, whether it's basketball or sports. And, we'll try to take it out in there, and we'll try to, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to power, we don't do that, because he didn't say it. He the top dog in the yard. You see what I'm saying? Y'all niggas go over there, play basketball. You could do that. But don't you dare try to get no power, nigga. Because if you try to do that, then I'm going to show your ass who the top dog. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reality. And so masculinity ought to, see, regardless to whether he say it or not, if you masculine, nigga, you going to try his ass anyway. Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. I done seen motherfucking dog. You understand what I'm saying? That, yeah, your motherfucker whoopee, but he still, they still gonna scrap. You know what I'm saying? I done seen dogs and shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll go back and forth. Yeah, one might, but like they say, every dog has his day. So you will see the one that, yeah, he's still scrapping now. He might be losing, but he's scrapping. You understand what I'm saying? He growling. The motherfucker growling. Yeah, you motherfuckers don't even growl. You understand what I'm saying? You don't even motherfucking growl. They'll be in the motherfucking yard and he'll growl and he might take that L. You understand what I'm saying? And some days I done seen the motherfucker come out on top. He might don't come out on top all the time, but it be that day. You see what I'm saying? and let a motherfucker know. So when you do that, you put something in a motherfucker mind that he can lose. You understand that you if I step to this motherfucker, we gonna be in a serious scrap. So that at least put something on the motherfucker mind, like I don't feel like this shit today. I'm gonna leave that nigga alone. You understand what I don't, not today. I don't feel like that shit. Cause these motherfuckers gonna turn up and I'm not for it right now. So least you put a deterrent on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers don't growl. I see some dogs, they so hoish, they motherfucker, you just say, and the motherfucker take off running. Y'all don't want no smoke, man. Y'all niggas don't, y'all just want, in that shame, what has happened, you go in on yourself. And I'm going to show you that the anger, you didn't inherit a lot of that. He didn't actually put you niggas in the same position that he was originally in. You know what I'm saying? He still can't get out of it psychologically where he come from. So now he didn't put in, so the rage and that built up in them is not built up in us. You see, what is it? We shame. We can't look in the mirror. It hurt. You know what I'm saying? It hurt to look in the mirror, and whether you know it, it could be subliminal, deep down, but still. You understand what I'm saying? Most of these niggas that do shit, the mirror is the most hideous shit that you can put on one of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? You put that mirror up and them motherfuckers see what's looking back at them, and man, you understand what I'm saying? It drive a motherfucker insane because of what's looking back on. You understand what I'm saying? In reality, as a brotherhood, we can't look in the mirror. We can't. We have never brought justice to our people. We've never brought justice to our women. We have never brought justice to our children. And I say this, and motherfuckers can get mad. They can say whatever the fuck they want. We know what the history was, coming through slavery. We know what it was, how they did, not just the sisters, but we, if you're a man, she depending on you to be the protector. The children depending on you to be the protector. Whatever the fuck happened, man, it was a complete breakdown in society to allow this shit to happen like this. You see, and we talk about all the greatness, and it's supposed to be, markers for us to rise up, and we have to do that. You understand? But we have to look at the reality of how we got in this predicament. You see, we have to look at the reality of how we got into this predicament. It ain't all greatness. You see what I'm saying? It was lowly activities that caused us some links. And a lot of these tribes didn't even think they was in a link. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they was able to sell a lot of our people. You understand? They didn't see no link in that. They didn't see no brotherhood in all. And so it had, if we talking about a continental Africanness that family respected, it wasn't respected at that time. If it was at one time, it wasn't respected during it. And so even at that time, there was a breakdown. If it was a breakdown. You see what I'm saying? Of an Africanness that, would cause, another African to, at least, even if he wasn't in the same tribe, to say, you know what? I ain't going to go against him for this goddamn cracker. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. You know what I'm saying? I know the nature of him, and he going to try to get both our ass in the goddamn cage. And so I ain't going, but it was a breakdown. It was a lowliness. And it's still there. We got to talk about that. It came over. It ain't just started. It started in Africa. It came over on the boat. You understand what I'm saying? It came over on the boat. Because some of them niggas that sold Africans, they end up getting their ass enslaved too. Yeah. It came over on the boat. That element. You see? And so in the shame of you know, of never been able to return to glory. And in the wake of not trying to reclaim black man, you got to be masculine. See, and you see, not being masculine, you see what you see out here now. Yeah. You see what you see out here now. It's getting worse and worse and worse. You see, it ain't gonna get no better until you come back to that understanding. You know what I'm saying? That you got to reclaim masculinity, black masculinity. You can't have manhood without masculinity. You see, you got to be masculine, nigga. You got to do masculine things, nigga. Pick up weights and do box and do physical shit and defend your people and do all that. Nigga, you can't be out here with house shoes on and goddamn nurse shoes. You niggas be out here with nurse shoes on and goddamn house shoes. And you understand what I'm saying? What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? We came up when niggas had on steel toe boots. Now you niggas wearing nurse shoes, and you understand what I'm saying? And flip flops, and I ain't trying to, but it is what it is. Yeah, motherfucker, stomp you coming out in the public, nigga. Yeah, motherfucker, stomp your goddamn feet, nigga. You know that's the first thing a nigga gonna do. Motherfucker got on, nigga. I got on, nigga. You get to nigga, bitch. I'm gonna stomp your motherfucking feet, nigga. First thing, I'm gonna break that motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to understand, you got to be a soldier, nigga. You got to come out with soldier shit on, nigga. At least some damn gym shoes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying, but you got to be, niggas be out on the street. And, and that's a battlefield, nigga. And you ain't even got your armor on, nigga. You ain't even got your armor on. And so at the end of the day, if there's no, we got to get back, to the brothers out there, because everything you seeing out there is cause. We are fleeing. You understand? From our masculinity, from our manhood, and ultimately, justice for our people that has fallen into our lap through inheritance. We are the men of the day, and wherever, generations be previous to us, where they may have failed or they wasn't able to push the ball any further, it falls into our lap. You don't just inherit. You see, the thing is, you niggas think, or what my daddy got, what my, and what my granddaddy got, is money, house. You think only thing you inherit is fucking, some wealth. No, nigga, you inherit not only wealth, you inherit debt. You see what I'm saying? You also inherit, you know what I'm saying, aspirations to bring justice to the people. You see, you also inherit that. Only thing you want to look for is a coin or goddamn something that you can, you can pillage and shit and sell and shit and do what you do. But you don't want to look at the other things that you also inherit. You see, the black man got to bring justice to himself. He got to reclaim his black manhood. He got to. If he don't do that, he can't do nothing for nobody. You see? Yeah. You can't you can't do nothing for nobody until you reclaim your black manhood. You see what I'm saying? And pull that. And when you do that, I guarantee you can let these motherfuckers tell you all the shit to do. Bullshit. When you got power, it is an equation. You got to have force. You got to have force. You got to have numbers, because that's going to bring the force. You got to have will. You got to have will to make it a reality. And you got to have a demand. You see, you got to have a demand. And a demand is not negotiation. You're not negotiating. You're not negotiating. You're demanding. You see, you're demanding that the change come. And with that demand comes, listen to me, a threat. that you got the will, the force, you see, to bring to fruition. You see, all of that, the will, the demand, the force, all of that adds up to power. You see what I'm saying? You can make shit happen without enough. See, power is when you can make shit happen without another motherfucker's input. Let me, because I didn't went far over. Power is when you can make some shit happen without another motherfucker's input. Okay? You don't have to ask a motherfucker for shit. You got power. You got power. You don't need another motherfucker's input. You don't. You can make it happen. You see? With your force, with your will, with your demand, you can make it happen. And I'm going to tell y'all this as we move forward so that you understand this, because this is a lesson in Black power. You see, this is a lesson in Black power so that that you understand. You see, my thought. What was the message? I had a message and it'll come to me. It'll come to me. You see, but that's what it boiled down to. You see, that's what it boiled down to. Now, it came to me. If the demand, listen to me. Let me write this down. If the demand plus the threat is not severe enough, it must be severe enough. I ain't telling you to do nothing crazy. But I'm giving you this formula. It must be severe enough. You see, that whatever you demanding, if they don't give it to you, they're going to lose more than what you demanded. You see, they're going to lose more than even what you demanded. You see, if you're not demanding and if you ain't got the will, you got to see, that's why the demand is like, I'm not negotiating with you, but the will is the energy. You see, the will is the energy that you apply to that demand. You see, that makes it a threat. You see, and with the force, which gonna come with numbers. See, it's gonna come with numbers now. The numbers is gonna bring the force. You see, that not just the numbers, the will, the demand is the force. That's the force. You see, that's going to get shit moving. Plus the threat. You see, plus the threat. You know what I'm saying? And that threat is you going to lose more if you don't give me what I'm asking for. So when they look at it, they say, well, goddamn, if I don't give them this, I'm going to lose this. And that'll make a motherfucker move to show up with whatever you asking for. You see, but at the end of the day, power is also making something pop without even another motherfucker's input, ultimately. But it's also that equation too. Because sometimes motherfucker just got to pay up. Motherfucker just got to come with what they owe. That's just reality. And so, you know what I'm saying? If you don't pay these white boys, they're going to come over there. They're going to show you. They're going to come. And it's a way for you to have that same, and it may not be the same methodology, but it can bring about the same results. It can bring about the same results if you apply that. You see, you can bring about the same results if you apply that. And so we talking about today a weak nigga, more than weak, demonic in all aspects. We feel for the family. You see, we feel for the family in a heart-wrenching way. You know, it's just shocking. It's shocking. It's beyond, it's shocking, shockingly painful. You see what I'm saying? Beyond words, you know, that this could happen. You see, and the bottom line is, we say the black man must rise up and reclaim himself. And you know what? You not let me say, your manhood is not a piece of a puzzle that can just fit into everybody. That you could just fit. See, y'all want to make it where it's a piece of a puzzle that it fits into somebody else's puzzle. No, it's not that. It don't fit into nobody else's puzzle. See, so you're not required, you see, to abide by this, that, and when you know what you're doing is righteous for your family, you have to push forward. You know, black manhood, the only puzzle it's gonna fit into is the black woman, the black child. That's the element of the black nation. That's the only puzzle it's gonna fit in. It's like you taking a goddamn square and you go to the goddamn triangle and you gonna beat the motherfucker through. It don't fit in that puzzle. This the puzzle with black manhood, black woman, black child, black nation. That's where it fit in. It don't fit into nothing else. And that's why you got to surrender your manhood to fit in. You got to surrender your masculinity to fit in. You got to surrender. You see? Rise up, family. We got to get this ball rolling. We got to get, the only thing that's gonna save us is black power. That's the only goddamn thing that's gonna save our people. And so I want you to understand that today. I don't want you to be confused about that. You see, and so I want y'all to support. You see what I'm saying? So we can stay out here with this powerful message. That's the only, these niggas need it. They need it. They don't need no falsified ass information out here. They need that shit raw and shit as raw as it can goddamn be. You see what I'm saying? So you want to keep the message out there, family support. This is General Sarasun Seti. We got a couple more videos, and I went over my time for this one because of the severity of the situation. So don't go nowhere, because we got some more powerful information coming up after this. Is General Sarasun Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily, liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.